friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an apartment tour of my husband and I's 2-bed, 2-bath on the Upper West Side. Let's go in. So as soon as you walk into the apartment, we have this blue entryway that we painted, which I'm obsessed with the color. It is blue tang from PPG Paints. My dad actually helped to paint this accent wall, and he taught us how to paint a wall when we painted the accent wall. I have a whole video on how we did it. I'm gonna link it below. And we have our main coat closet to the right, and only Asher uses this closet. So this is all of Asher's coats. And then we have our like travel stuff up here, so like extra blankets and our suitcases and stuff like that. And then at the bottom we have just a mess of random cords and brooms and Swiffers and my grandma card, which I used to go grocery shopping. Clearly, I am not the queen of organization, but that is our front closet. And then we have our wedding pictures to the side. So these are the portraits of me and Asher from Sintra on the castle, and then our first kiss for our wedding, and then just like us during the ceremony. I just think it's a really cute like display of our love, and I think in the future we will definitely like switch around a lot of these photos. A lot of our photos in our apartment right now are from our wedding, but I feel like as we move farther away from our wedding, we'll probably switch around with different photos of special moments, but it is great right now to highlight this major moment of life. When you walk in to the left, we have our little key rack, which I got this on Amazon. It is so cute and sturdy. So as soon as you walk into the left of the door is our beautiful kitchen. It's definitely small in terms of like American kitchen vibes, but like for New York kitchens, this is a very big kitchen in my opinion. We have stainless steel appliances throughout the kitchen, fridge, microwave, oven, and then a dishwasher, which is definitely kind of a New York City luxury, honestly. Not all apartments have that. Then the sink area looks outwards into the living room and the windows, which is really nice. And I love that I have these like aesthetic soap, hand lotion, hand wash dish with this bamboo. I think it's really cute. I definitely go over the decor in the kitchen a lot more in depth in my kitchen organization decor video, which I made. It's like the last one on my channel. I'll link it below. And we have this drying rack. I put fruits and vegetables in here. We have some cheese boards and a rolling pin, and then we have this shelf, which is super special because Asher's mom's husband, Craig, made it for us from wood, handmade. It is very sturdy, very high quality, and we hung our Le Creuset mugs underneath, and I think it's just like a cool pop of color. As you can tell already, we love color, and a lot of this stuff on the shelf is from our wedding registry. So all these cocktail glasses that are really cute are from our wedding registry. They're CB2, I believe. We have these little books that are like food related. So we have a cheese plate book and a cocktail book. This gorgeous vase that's like shaped like a bag is from our wedding registry. My friend Larry got it for us. And I filled it with some dry florals. I just really don't want to have to keep replacing flowers. So I got some dried florals here. And then this little corner is super sentimental because this Fanny Farmer baking book is actually Asher's cookbook from when he was a child. So he grew up baking and he loves to bake still, and he bakes often. And this is his childhood book, and you can see how old and used it is because he loves baking. It feels so sentimental. We have this vase that I got from a thrift store here, and I filled it with more dried florals. A little candle, and then I love that I put a picture of us learning how to cook in Italy on our honeymoon in the kitchen. I feel like it's like a very topical photo for the room. At the top we have this painting that Asher's sister made. The little shelf area is just so cute and colorful. One of my favorite parts of this apartment is that we have a lot of like family elements to it. Like our parents have really helped to build this furniture and decorate this apartment, from painting the walls to putting up the wood panel wall to making us a shelf and stuff like that. So you can like really feel the love in this apartment, and I love that. And speaking of family moments, next is this gorgeous little gallery wall we have here. So this gallery wall has pictures from our wedding, and I tried to choose some more of the candid ones, as you can see, but it's super special. I think that doing like a very even square gallery wall like this is a great way to display your family photos in a chic way. Another favorite feature of the gallery wall is the fact that we have this like little arc light that I got on Amazon to kind of just like elevate it a little bit, and you can just turn it on, change the color. of the light. I feel like it just like adds another element. This is our spice rack in the corner. So Asher's stepbrother and sister-in-law actually gifted us this spice rack for our wedding gift, and they gave us some dried herbs from their garden, which is super special. We just like filled in with the other herbs we use. And yeah, it's such a cute gift, and it's one of my favorite parts of the kitchen. We have our dish towels and everything like that. They're from Williams-Sonoma. Our little Le Creuset blue kettle, and then this little corner just has a picture of us when we got engaged, a Nest candle, knives, and extra cookbooks and scissors. Very cute. We have a ton of like Polaroid pictures from various points in life. This is actually one of the oldest photos of me and Asher. This was from before we were dating on my 21st birthday with him and his friends, which is so wild. We also have this ruggable rug in our kitchen, and I know what you're thinking, a rug in the kitchen is gross, but this is actually machine washable, and we can take it off and throw it in the washing machine super easily, which is why we have. One of the things I really love about our kitchen is this giant island. I love that I could just be like cooking over there and then can like look out into the living room and out the window, and it's just so nice. And we actually don't have a dining room table, so we actually eat at the island as well. We have these two bar stools that are really cute. I love the dark blue seats and the wood. I feel like it matches the accent wall really well, and also like the wood paneling and all the wood elements throughout the entire apartment. So another part of our kitchen is that we have all of our wine glasses and beer glasses and everything cocktail making wise here. We used to have a bar cart, but we realized that basically we don't really drink that much. We didn't want to waste space on a bar cart, so we just put everything in there. And we have this other cabinet that has all of our alcohol at the bottom, and then some miscellaneous home stuff at the top. So once you leave the kitchen, you keep walking, you see this other accent wall that has a giant mirror. So this mirror is actually blocking an electrical panel, so it's a great way to cover that. I feel like the wood really ties into the rest of the apartment, and again, this blue is just fabulous. And then at the top we have little pieces of art from Asher's family. So the little squares are from Asher's mom. She painted those. And then in the middle we have a clock that is like made of glass, handmade from Asher's stepbrother, which is so cool. It has like a little UNC element in the New York City part, and like a little sunshine. Like, it's just so beautiful, and this is just like such a cute little moment in the apartment. So after the mirror, you enter this kind of like reading nook area is what I like to call it. And it has this bookcase that Asher's mom also handmade for us. So starting at the top, we have actually our wedding guest book, and then this blue book that I thrifted. We have our Get Rich or Die Trying sign, which we've had since our first apartment, so I feel like it's bad luck to get rid of that now. So it will always be on display. I got this vase from Shop Abode in New York City, which is like a secondhand home decor store, and I actually recreated my wedding florals for our first bouquet in the new apartment. We have a candle, and then I have a picture of me and my friends from my bachelorette in Tulum here, and then Asher got this golf print as a gift, and we have some golf balls, and some of these even have his name on them. If you follow me, you know that Asher loves golf, so we wanted to incorporate some elements of his love for golf throughout the apartment. It is a huge part of his life, so it deserves to be on display. And then the shelves of the bookcase are just a ton of books that we have, like random knickknacks and like extra vases and candle holders that we have lying around, our Sonos. And we also have Wally, our walrus. So Asher loves walruses, and I got him this stuffed walrus for our first anniversary, and he lives on. We have some matches, and then we have a collection of vintage matchbooks, which I have right here. And then we have some vases to the side, which I filled with some pampas grass. We actually got these at Chelsea Flea Market 2 years ago, and I'm obsessed with them. So as I said before, we have a lot of elements in this apartment that were contributed by our family, whether helping us to DIY something, making us a bookshelf like this, or anything like that. But we also have some New York City small business moments as well, like this vase and the vases on the floor from Chelsea Market. We really wanted to shop from some local businesses because I feel like it makes our apartment feel like we're more a part of the community. After the bookcase, we have the rest of this like reading nook area, so you can sit here and read or even watch the TV from here. And then we have this little table with some plants on it, a picture of Asher and his friends, candles, a little incense, and we also have these vintage magazines, some Playboy, some Sport Illustrated, and we also have our watering can. But I would say the coolest part about this reading nook area is that it is also Asher's office. So Asher works from the office 4 days a week and is only working from home like one day, maybe sometimes on the weekends. We didn't really have the space for a full desk setup in here for him because this apartment is actually a lot smaller in the living room than our old apartment. So we wanted to come up with a creative way to have a desk, but also have it hidden and be aesthetic. So we have this like gorgeous little gallery wall right here above the bookcase. All of the artwork at the top is actually from Asher's family. So this painting's the view from his family's Cape house. We have other pieces of abstract art from his family, like this little bird, and also this like eucalyptus painting. It's very cool. But this piece of art is actually not only a piece of art, it is also a desk. On the front, there is a print of Sintra, which is where we got married, and you can also see our venue in the corner of the picture. So we turn this chair around, and then we take this key right here, just turn the key, and it unfolds into a desk. We have his keyboard and everything in a basket underneath the brown table, and he can just sit here and do his work when he needs to, and then when he doesn't need to do work, it can be folded up and we don't have to see any work or monitors or anything like that. So I can't remember the name of the company that made this in the first place right now, but I will link the product below in case you'd like to have a desk like this. So now we are in the living room space, and you guys know my favorite part of this room is definitely the wood accent wall that my dad helped to put up. My dad literally put so much work into putting it up. We spent like literally 2 days doing it. I have a whole vlog of how we put it up and everything in a previous video, so it'll be linked below on how we put up this wall. But it is such a special part of the apartment, and I love that like my dad was such a huge part of it. I really love how we paired the wood wall and the TV with this floating TV console. I feel like it gives it also a very elevated look. And I think the electronic fireplace actually makes this place feel so cozy. And it has a ton of different settings, so we can change the color and just change it with our vibe. One of the things about this apartment that we really wanted was for it to be colorful. So this was just like a plain white box when we moved into it, and we really wanted it to be filled with color. Asher's a big color person, I love color, and it just like makes it feel more like us. I really love how we have the very colorful Assouline books from places that we have traveled to on our TV console. I feel like also the blue record player really ties in well with the couch, and we have our records from some of our favorite artists, Taylor Swift, Lana Del Rey, Arctic Monkeys, and we also brought in our new plant here and some pampas grass in this giant vase, which is from Facebook Marketplace actually. And this beautiful red vase is from Chelsea Flea Market, another great secondhand find. We have this floor lamp next to the TV because our living room actually has no overhead ceiling lights because there is concrete ceiling here. So the only place where we have a ceiling light is in like the hallway and the kitchen when you first enter. And I love that this lamp really ties into that kitchen lamp because it has like the same dark metal hardware and also the round light bulb. And then we have this beautiful couch that we got from West Elm. This is actually from our old apartment. We just brought it to the new apartment. This is not new, but we love it. It is such a cozy couch. To the right of the couch, we actually have this swirly side table, which is actually from Wayfair. There's actually a lot of really nice Wayfair finds if you really look for them. And we've had this little side table for 2 years now because it was from our old apartment, along with this yellow lamp from Humble House, which is another secondhand home decor store in New York City. Center of the room, we have this gorgeous coffee table, which is a dupe of the Restoration Harbor coffee table that Asher's mom actually made from hand for us. Definitely a piece that we will pass down and have forever. I love to highlight the decor on the coffee table. So we have the Coach coffee table book, which you guys know I worked at Coach for 2 years when I first moved to the city. We have a vase from Shop Abode, which actually I got this vase before Shop Abode was even Shop Abode. I went and picked it up from the founder, Abby's apartment, before she even fully started the store, and she was just selling vintage home decor on her Instagram story. And I have just really loved seeing how her business has grown and just like having an initial piece of that journey. We have a coffee table from the Blondes, which the Moroccan Oil team gifted me. I have been to Fashion Week the last few Fashion Weeks and have been backstage at the Blondes show. It's really special to have a coffee table book that like is one of the shows that I go to for New York Fashion Week often, which is really special. I know you guys are probably wondering what these weird figurines are, and they're actually coasters. So these little coasters are from the MoMA design store, and you can build them into little figurines, but also they can be used as coasters. The final coffee table books we have is the Please coffee table book, which I actually got when I went to Tokyo with my fashion class in college. And we met the Issey Miyake team and learned all about their brand and everything like that. And they gifted us these coffee table books. It's such a cool memory. And the Glamour 30 Years of Women Who've Shaped the World, which I got in the Hamptons when I went to a talk from the editor-in-chief of Glamour. And finally, we have the yellow rug we got from Anthropology. I feel like it adds like a really fun, colorful element to the room, and it is just so cute. Okay, so now we are going into the primary bedroom, Asher and I's room. And for this room, we really wanted it to be peaceful, tranquil, and neutral. So like out in the living room, it is very vibrant and colorful, but in here we want it to be like a cloud of peace. So we have this very cozy bed and this gorgeous like wooden bed frame. I actually have no idea how dimensions work, so I didn't realize how low to the ground it was, but now I'm super happy that it's so low to the ground because I feel like it makes the room feel a lot bigger, and this room isn't that large. And it just looks so cozy. And we have these gorgeous side tables from West Elm, and I have my nighttime essentials on here. I've been really trying to not use as many water cups, so I have this like little carafe, and we have this candle and some body lotion and my journal, everything like that. So the artwork above the bed is actually one that my dad and I made together. And I feel like it fits the space really well. It really gives that like minimalist, neutral vibe. And it was a super easy DIY. Okay, so in this corner we have Asher's laundry basket and then his closet. So all of his clothes are in here. And this always gets stuck for me. But all of his clothes, he has plenty of room and it's all his, which in our old apartment we used to share a closet, and it was sending him crazy because my clothes were everywhere. We used to like literally have our clothes like out in like a rack on the wall as well in our old apartment, so it feels good to not like live amongst our clothes anymore. Okay, so on this side of the room in front of the bed, we have a little mini gallery wall that has some special pieces. So this piece of art is actually one that we had made for the old apartment that has restaurants that mean something to us. So we actually got, after we got engaged, we went to like Crocodile. Decor is probably our favorite Italian restaurant. Cafe Modor is where Asher asked me to be his girlfriend, not in the restaurant, but like in an Airbnb above the restaurant. So it ties into that. And then we had our first Valentine's Day in New York City at Don Angie. And we used to order Joe's Pizza literally every week. We have an addiction to pizza. And then this is one of Asher's favorite golf courses, Pebble Beach. And then this is a picture of when UNC won the national championship in 2017 when Asher and I were both students. We were not dating at the time, but we still like have this very special moment that like we both experienced. It was like probably one of the best nights in like life. And we have this vintage swirl floor lamp, which I'm obsessed with. We got it from Dobbin Street Co-op in Brooklyn. The drawer holds all of our linens and is just like extra storage for us really. We have some empty drawers in here just in case we'll need some in the future. As Asher's like childhood fairs and a picture of me in graduation and just like special artwork. And then next to the linen cabinet, we have the shoe cabinet, which has all of Asher's shoes. I feel like this is such a great storage for shoes. They're all like neatly packed away in here. And on top we have some of his special photos, one of his sister, one of him and his friends at graduation, a little candle, and then his Make Ceiling Roof Again, which is like a Michael Jordan reference from UNC and a Celtics hat. So now we have the primary bathroom, which is exclusively Asher's bathroom. Only he uses this one and has all of his stuff in here. So let's go in. This is Asher's bathroom and it has these little bears on the wall, and he has his golf clubs in here and our vacuum because we have nowhere else to put it. And yeah, this is literally just all of his stuff. The bathroom tub area is right here. He has a little shelf with his frat paddle and like some artwork. And then we have some art pieces in here as well. And that's pretty much it, nothing crazy. And before I leave the bedroom, I just want to point out the wall sconce lights on the side. They are from Amazon. They are super cute. I'm gonna turn them on for you guys. How cool is that? They look so minimalist and cool. So now I'm gonna show you the right side of the apartment, which is basically my entire side. So when you go into this little hallway, we have some artwork from one of my creator friends, Taylor. She is so talented. I love this print. I feel like it matches the blue wall really well as well. And then we have all of our like wedding portraits here. So the bridal party and groom party, my family, Asher's mom's side of the family, and then Asher's dad's side of the family, and we put the little lights over here as well. When you walk through this little hallway and turn to the right, you have where the laundry is. We have a washer dryer and unit, which is very luxe for New York City. And then next to the bathroom door, I have our vow books here. Okay, and then you go into my bathroom, which I have a full video on all of the cool organization stuff I did in here, but this is just like a little overview of the bathroom. You can check the full bathroom video on my profile. I'll link it below. I know that I have to move these perfumes. I recently learned that if you keep perfumes in your bathroom, they will go bad. So I'm gonna move these soon, but I have my perfumes here, all of my shower products. We have a full-size bathtub, beautiful like tiling. I just love it. It's like so nice and serene in here. My Dyson Airwrap, and lots of cabinet space. I'm just obsessed. If you are married or living with your partner, if you can afford it, I highly recommend separate bathrooms. It has been amazing. This is like my little like girl zen area, and I'm just so happy with it. And then the final room of the apartment is my closet office, aka my cloffice. And it's basically a room full of racks and drawers. To the right, we have this dresser situation that has all of like my workout sets in here. And I have swimsuits at the bottom and like vacation stuff. And then honestly, I have not organized this at all. It is just miscellaneous items up here, and I haven't even organized my jewelry. Like, I'm a little bit of a mess, but I'll get to that someday. And then we have my first rack of clothes, which is organized by like just what they are, I guess. So like these are all my button downs in here. I have some bodysuits next, and then crop tops, and then all my jeans are down here. I have my heels at the top and throughout, and then my flat shoes at the bottom, and sneakers. We also have a shoe rack right there that has a lot of my shoes as well. And let's move to my desk area, which has 2 chairs, because this is actually Asher's old desk chair from our old apartment, and it was not cute enough for the front. So we move it in here. It's also really comfy, and when I'm editing, I like to sit in this comfy chair as opposed to that chair, which is a little bit harder, but I like to film in this chair a lot more because it's more aesthetic. So when I film in my videos, I use this, but when I'm actually editing, I use this. My sewing machine, because I'm learning how to sew, an extra monitor so I can like have more editing space, so I can see better when I'm editing. And yeah, and then we have this full-length mirror, so you can check out my outfit. And in this corner, we have all of my purses. So up here are like my cheap, like Amazon, like Forever 21 purses. And then we have some of my like nicer purses from like Senrive and Coach and Staud and Prada and Fendi and all of that. And then I have my Dior bag here because it is the Dior saddle bag and you can't like have it vertical, so I have it in its dust bag on my little fuzzy chair. And all my sunglasses are here. And then I have a basket with miscellaneous items, and my belts are in this dust bag. Then we have another rack of clothes right here. All of my blazers are here and like short dresses. And then I have long dresses and outerwear here. My mom is actually the one who organized this entire room. Thank you to her. Winter accessories and hats are up here at the top. And then I have my laundry basket here, which I literally just drag around the room. And finally, we have my closet. I have all of my sweaters in here. And then I have my like loungewear in the drawers and all of my pajamas. I am such a pajama girl these days. A big robe girl as well, and I have them hung behind the store. And then I have some more jackets in here. We have no clothes really in the bottom of this closet. Like we have one jacket here, but the rest of it is just extra storage for like extra pillows and extra bags and stuff like that. Okay, and before I wrap up this apartment tour, I do want to talk a little bit about the windows. So this entire apartment has floor to ceiling windows, and I always get a lot of questions about them because they have these like doorknobs that look like you could just like open the door and like walk out. So I'm going to show you guys how we open the window. And basically you just spin it. It's working. You have to spin it a lot. And as you spin it, it starts to just like open at the top. But it doesn't open like how a normal door would open. It just like tilts forward. See that? And that's how we can open our windows and get fresh air into the apartment. That is it for our apartment tour. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week.